To another deep dive. Today we're leaving behind the typical news cycle, the same old,
Right.
to go on a journey to the
Oh,
mountains,
yeah.
the mists, the legends,
I'm intrigued already.
the lost gold of Nagaland.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We've got some fascinating source material to dig into today, excerpts from a podcast episode that takes a deep dive into this enduring mystery.
Nice.
So get ready to explore the history, the folklore,
Okay.
and the ongoing quest for a treasure that has captured imaginations for generations.
Awesome. I'm ready.
The question we're going to wrestle with today is this. Is the lost gold of Nagaland just a myth, or is there something more there? A hidden reality just waiting to be discovered? What do you think?
I'm really interested to find out. Before we get too deep into it, just thinking about it from the outset, you've got this remote area, ancient cultures and traditions.
Right.
It really sets the stage for something extraordinary. Is this just a story, or is there actually something tangible hidden in those hills? I'm excited to see where the evidence leads.
Me too. And the source material we're working with today, they start by taking us back to the 1800s,
Okay.
a time when British colonialism was really expanding its reach.
Right.
And that's when the British first encountered the Naga tribes.
Got it.
These encounters, they weren't always peaceful. There was definitely tension and conflict.
Makes sense.
But it's in this volatile environment and these clashes that the rumors of gold began to surface.
I see. So you have this external power coming in, the British, and they're known for their interest in exploiting resources. So naturally, there's going to be anxiety and speculation upon the local Naga population.
Right. It's like, what's on our land? What do they want?
Exactly. And the source material, it hints that these weren't just like idle whispers or gossip.
Oh.
It suggests these rumors were intertwined with the power dynamics of the time.
Okay, how so?
Like, the very act of guarding information about potential gold could have been a form of resistance.
Oh,
A
interesting.
way to protect their land, their sovereignty, their way of life.
So it's not just about wealth, it's about control, about pushing back against colonial encroachment.
Right. It becomes this symbol of defiance in a way.
Yeah, and the source material goes on to describe a dynamic of conflict specifically arising over these alleged riches.
Okay.
Like, how did that manifest? Was it like direct confrontation or more of a hidden struggle?
Well, the script suggests it was a bit of both.
Okay.
There were definitely times when things boiled over, direct clashes, as the British tried to assert their control and explore the region for resources.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was this undercurrent of resistance.
Oh, like a shadow war almost.
Exactly. The Nagas were fiercely protective of their territory.
Makes sense.
And these rumors of gold, whether they were true or exaggerated, they became a flashpoint.
Oh, I see.
They amplified the existing tensions. It created this narrative where the Nagas were defending something incredibly valuable.
Okay, so we've got this backdrop of colonialism, clashing cultures, and this persistent rumor of hidden gold.
Right.
And then the gold disappears.
Yeah.
Chapter 2 of the source material focuses on this disappearance, and it presents two main theories,
Lay 'em on me.
both pretty dramatic. The first one, it's rooted in Naga tradition.
Okay.
They believe the gold was deliberately hidden by Naga headhunters,
Okay.
concealed in underground caves, protected not just by physical barriers, but also by ancestral spirits.
Oh, wow. That's powerful. So it's not just a physical hiding place. It's like a spiritually guarded secret.
Exactly, and this theory, it really emphasizes the importance of ancestral land and the power of their traditions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then there's the second theory, the more externally focused one.
All right. What's that one?
This one centers on the British.
Okay.
The idea is that they might have acquired a significant amount of gold, but were forced to abandon it during a retreat from the Naga Hills.
Oh, so like a hasty burial.
Right, imagine the chaos, the need to hide it quickly with the hope of retrieving it later. Maybe they even had coded maps or secret markers.
That's fascinating. So you've got these two totally different narratives, both pretty compelling in their own way.
Right.
And what's striking is how they reflect the different perspectives. The Naga theory, it's about protecting their heritage from outsiders.
Yeah.
While the British theory, it speaks to the risks and potential losses they faced in their colonial ventures.
Absolutely. And the source material really makes this point. Despite these competing theories and despite numerous searches over the years, no one has actually found this gold.
Wow. So all the explorers, treasure hunters, even military expeditions, they all come up empty-handed.
It's a real mystery. And the script, it digs into some specific details that make it even more intriguing.
Like what?
Like, there are stories about British officers potentially burying the treasure.
Oh, so the British theory might have some weight to it?
It's possible, but then on the other hand, the source material also highlights the role of tribal beliefs in keeping certain areas completely unexplored.
Oh, right, those secret spaces that are off limits to outsiders?
Exactly. So it's like this natural spiritual defense mechanism that might have inadvertently protected the secret if there is one.
That's a really interesting idea. Like, these beliefs, they're not just stories, they're a way of safeguarding their culture and their land.
And that brings us to chapter 3, which focuses on the forbidden caves and trouble secrets. This is where the source material really delves into the folklore surrounding this lost gold.
Okay, I'm ready for some stories.
It talks about whispers among Naga elders, about sacred caves that are designated hiding places.
Oh, wow.
And they have these strong warnings against outsiders venturing into these areas.
That's intense.
So don't even think about it.
So these stories, they're not just about explaining the gold's disappearance, they're also about reinforcing the sanctity of certain sites.
Right, and the source material really emphasizes the belief in ancient spirits acting as guardians.
Oh, I can see how that would be a powerful deterrent.
Yeah, it shakes behavior, it limits exploration, and it makes you wonder if there's something more to these stories.
You mean like, are they purely folklore, or could there be some truth to them?
Exactly, because the script shares some pretty unsettling accounts of things happening near these suspected gold sites.
Oh, like what kind of things?
Mysterious disappearances, people venturing into the mountains and never returning.
Oh, that's creepy.
And there are reports of strange lights.
Strange lights.
Yeah, like unexplained illuminations in the night sky.
Wow.
And even accounts of eerie voices echoing through the valleys.
Okay, now I'm getting goosebumps.
It's like this blurry line between folklore and something else, something unexplained. And it makes you question whether these stories, they're just warnings, or are they a way to protect a real secret?
Right, they could be a deliberate attempt to obscure the truth, to keep people away from something that's truly there.
Okay, so we've got ancient legends, forbidden caves, and these unsettling occurrences.
A lot to take in.
It is. And then chapter 4 takes us to the modern day, the contemporary hunt for this lost treasure.
Oh, so even with all our technology, people are still searching for this gold.
Absolutely. The podcast script describes how modern technology is being used to try and solve this ancient mystery.
Okay, give me some examples.
Well, there's satellite imaging.
Right.
They can create detailed maps of the terrain, maybe reveal something that wasn't noticeable before.
Makes sense.
And then there are underground scanners.
Oh, cool.
They can detect buried metals, which could be a huge clue.
That's awesome.
And then people are also re-examining historical maps from the colonial era, looking for clues that might have been overlooked.
So it's this blend of history and modern science.
Exactly. But the source material also raises a really important question.
What's that?
What if they do find the gold? Who owns it?
Oh, right, that's a big question. It's not like finding a lost wallet.
Exactly. This is potentially a huge treasure with historical and cultural significance.
So who would have the rightful claim?
Well, the script points out potential claims from the Indian government, since Nagaland is a state within India.
Okay, that makes sense.
But then you also have the claims of the Naga people themselves.
Right, they have a deep ancestral connection to the land and its resources.
And you could even have potential claims from descendants of those who might have originally possessed or lost the gold.
Wow, so it could get really complicated.
Yeah, navigating all those competing interests, it would be a major challenge.
Definitely.
And the source material doesn't shy away from the potential impact of such a discovery.
Yeah, that's important to consider.
It asks whether finding the gold would bring prosperity to the region or maybe spark further conflict and exploitation.
That's a sobering thought. Like, sometimes resource discoveries can have unintended consequences.
Absolutely. The script really emphasizes the need for sensitivity, respect for local culture and traditions, and a fair system for distributing any benefits.
I agree. It's not just about finding the gold, it's about what happens after.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, the lost gold of Nagaland remains just that, a mystery.
A really good one, though.
Right? The way the source material weaves together the historical accounts, the folklore, and the modern-day treasure hunters, it's a captivating story.
What I find so interesting is the persistence of the belief. Like, despite the lack of any concrete evidence, people still believe in this lost treasure.
And that brings us to our final thought for you. Considering all the historical possibilities, the cultural narratives, and the enduring allure of wealth, what do you think keeps this legend alive?
That's a good question.
Is it our human desire for adventure, a connection to a romanticized past, or something even deeper? Why does this belief in the lost gold of Nagaland endure so strongly, even without proof?
I'll have to think about that. It's a great question to leave us with.
It really is. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive.
My pleasure. I always enjoy these conversations.
Until next time.
See you.